Greetings viewers and welcome back to a new episode of Titan Repairs. On this channel, we fix our favorite game consoles from our past. My name is Chris and today we're going to be taking a look at this shipment that I just got in, and then we're also going to be having a little bit of a discussion about the future of this channel and where things are going to be going, so make sure you stick around. What's inside here is a pretty big shipment. It's actually pretty heavy, and I'm pretty excited to share it with you all. So let me go into the story on what this is. So an old friend of mine reached out to me and said, hey, I have a PS2, it doesn't display any video. Do you have any videos on how to repair that? And I said, well, I got one, but it's not an easy fix. And I don't know if that's what the issue is. So he sent me some pictures of it and I was like, yeah, that AV port does look pretty good, but there still could be something internal. I just don't know unless I actually take a look at it. So he's like, hey, you know what? That's too much work for me. I just wanted to sell it and I want to sell it working to get the most I could. So I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, you know, I actually would like to buy it because this is what I do. So he's like, all right, cool. I was like, let's work something out. You know what? I've also got a whole bunch of games I want to get rid of. He's like, are you interested in those too? And I was like, absolutely. I've kind of gotten a little bit out of buying games because they tend to sit around with me for a while on eBay. But I think that there's some good keepers in here. And actually, some of these I wanted for my own collection as well. So I made an offer, he accepted, and that's what's in here right now. So, all right, so we got, this one's pretty simple, just a couple little things here, and then all right. He's bragging about his packaging skills here, so let's put this to the test. Then we got paper towels, lots of paper towels. Yeah, everything's pretty well packaged, way better packaged than the things I normally get. So yeah, let's take a look here. Let's get the paper towels out of here. So as you can see, we got the games here. Yeah, it all looks pretty well packaged. So we got let's get this out of the way. We got the AV cables. And by the way, we are not testing it in this video because I am making it. The next video that I'm going to be recording is probably going to be this. Then we got another set of power cables. I think I did ask him if I'm trying to remember back on the conversation. I probably should have reviewed it, but I think he did say he tried multiple cables and it still wasn't working, so I don't think that's the issue. All right, so we got two AV cables. That's nice because I like to package those if I have them. I don't always. And we got two power cables. That's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna take this out and we'll put it on the bench in a bit just because it'll give us a little bit more room. So we do have a memory card. That is awesome. Usually you all have seen my unboxing videos most of the time. When I get these things in, it's just a system. And they're usually pretty beaten up. From the pictures I saw on this is the system. From the pictures I saw, we're in really good shape. Okay, so got a little preview on some of the games here. We'll open them up, check them out, make sure the discs and everything are okay. So we'll just set these aside as well because I need a little room on my bench. Okay. We gotta cut this tape here. Try not to damage the merchandise. Gotta be careful. Oh man. Fortunately, caught the top here. That's a shame. Should be okay for the rest of it though. Well, if DDR is the only one that gets damaged, me taking the tape off, then I think we'll be in good shape. Just to prevent anything else from happening, we'll just lower that there. It's not the end of the world. We might as well check it out while we're here. Yeah, so this manual's in great shape. Almost like it's never been used. Let's check out the disc. Can use a little bit of a clean. You got the usual fingerprints and whatnot on there, but that's not a big deal. A couple little surface scratches, nothing out of the ordinary. So this is one of the games that really caught my attention, and unfortunately it seems like this case is damaged, so maybe I'll have to do a case swap on this. But this game is awesome. I have it in my own collection, and it's a lot of fun. Manual's in great shape. A little bit of scratching. This one might be worth going to get it resurfaced. And we got San Andreas. Thing I'm looking for, make sure we got the map, which we do. It's hard to find these sometimes with the map. Yeah, a couple little surface scratches. I might see something I don't like. That doesn't really bode well. So unfortunately, it looks like we might have some hairline cracking around the spindle. Doesn't feel like it's broken through, but it could be an issue. Now, Wrath of Cortex, this is one I do not have, and this is one that I wanted. So I did pay full retail price for this, so let's see if I did pretty well on it. I mean, the game looks fantastic, or the manual looks fantastic. How does the game look? Pretty good. It's a little bit of scratch in there. Nothing out of the ordinary of what I usually get in these things. It's also why I need to get myself a disc resurfacer at some point. Actually, I have a box in storage of games that need to be resurfaced. All right, so we have NBA Live here, representing my home state. A little speckled, but that looks more like sneeze stuff on there than anything else. I've seen stuff like that before, but it is missing the second disc. That I knew. But the manual's in great shape. The manuals on all of these are in great shape. And we got MLB 2004 in a Blockbuster box. Love to see that. And we have just the disc in here. Ooh, that's pretty scratched up. Yeah, this is gonna probably have to go into that pile, into that needs resurfacing box. And we got Crash Nitro Kart. I've never played this one myself. Yeah, and this one does need resurfacing. So we'll put that one in the pile as well. Okay, so now we got this we gotta take out. Making progress. There we go. Okay, now we can go through these. So we do have a PC game in here, which is The Game of Life. Probably not going to get more than a couple bucks on this on eBay, if it even sells. I just don't know what the market is of PC games. So worst case, it doesn't sell, and it's in pretty good shape. Worst case, it doesn't sell, and I can just put it on my Windows PC myself, my laptop. I have a laptop that I play old games on. So worst case scenario. Okay, so we got Fox Sports Soccer 99. Little crack on the jewel case. I knew about that, obviously. Manual's in great shape. Case is honestly in pretty good shape. Normally when I get PS1 games, even when I buy them from a store, they tend to be cracked. And yeah, just fingerprints, a little dust. Pretty good. Got Tony Hawk Underground 2, again in a Blockbuster case. I know that some people actually do care about that. Some people actually really do like collecting with the Blockbuster cases. I've done it myself before. Oh, that's right, you did say that there was a loose copy of Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. It's actually kind of scratched as well, so we'll have to put that in the resurfacing pile. I'll put another case on that. And this might be much better once I clean it up. But we'll set that aside. We'll see how it looks when it's cleaned up. Now this is another one that I wanted for me. I do not have Tekken 5. I do not care about stickers. Like when it has like the old trade-in from EB Games and GameStop and Funko Land sometimes. I think it's part of like the story of a game, so I actually don't mind when I have a game in my collection with those stickers. Like I said, it tells a story. So yeah, this is in great shape. The case is in great shape. And the game, yeah, just a couple little scratches. Nothing out of the ordinary. So I think I did pretty well on that. And again, I did pay full price for this. So we also got Crazy Taxi. Case is in great shape. Manual is in good shape. The game's just got some of the surface scratches. Nothing again that is going to impact it playing. And then this is another one that I wanted. I do not have Blitz the League. I usually don't even collect sports games, but I've been kind of starting to pick those up. And yeah, I remember playing Blitz on the PS1, and I always really liked that game. So this is another one that I got from my own collection. So let's see how we did. Manual's in good shape. And the game's in good shape. Perfect. The ones that are in great shape are the ones that are going in my own collection. And we got Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I think I have sold a couple of these. And yeah. Game's not in bad shape. And it's obviously just going to be sold as just the game. And we got Chronicles of Narnia. This one's actually in very good condition. Like the case. If this one doesn't sell, I'll have to put it in my own collection, especially since the disc is pretty much pristine, almost. A couple surface scratches, nothing. Nothing to worry about. So this one I've never even heard of, Rugrats Royal Ransom. Maybe somebody can leave down in the comments below if they like that, but I definitely watched Rugrats a lot as a kid. So I'm actually surprised I didn't go for this one myself, but oh yeah, that's why it didn't have the. I would have if it had the manual. That's right, I remember now when I was going through the pictures. And yeah, unfortunately, ones you'd expect kids to be playing are the ones that are kind of scratched up. So we'll have to put that in the resurfacing pile. And we got Hot Shots Golf 3. Again in the GameStop. I mean, this might have been EB. No, I'm pretty sure it's GameStop stickers. Again, just like all the other games, the manual's in great shape. Case is in pretty good shape overall. And the game does have fingerprints and looks like some surface scratches, which might be okay. No. Alright. So, these are all the games that came out pretty good. I think I'll make a decent profit on these, provided that they sell. I definitely think Hit and Run is going to sell, so I did offer a little bit more than usual for that. But yeah, I think I did pretty well. We've only got 4 games that need to be resurfaced, which they aren't super valuable anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. So yeah, so that's that. I obviously will be testing all of them and cleaning them up before I sell them. Where's a good place to cut this? There should be some accessories in here. But yeah, the person my friend that I did buy them from, he did show videos of the bottom of the discs. But, I mean, obviously when you're seeing it on like a cell phone video, it is kind of hard to see. Probably could have also asked what the condition of the bottom of the discs were, but... Okay, so let's see what we got in here. Ah, way too much tape. Let's keep cutting, keep cutting. Alright. Yeah, this should be pretty much just controllers, but we'll see what we got here. And so we got one DualShock 2. We're going to take a look at all these individually. One PS1 controller. Actually, doesn't even look like it's ever really been used. Well, there's some stuff here. We'll look a little deeper in these. More problematic bubble wrap. Another DualShock 2. And another DualShock 2. Okay, so we got 3 DualShock 2s and a DualShock for the PS1 specifically. So let's actually take a look at this real quick. So it looks to be in great shape. Really did see some of this, which means something probably spilled on it. But it does seem to come right off. Let's use my 70% alcohol. It's more what I use for just general cleaning. Yeah, that just comes right off. It's just not a big deal. No, I actually don't think this has ever been used, or very barely used, because I see barely any wear on the right analog stick, and then just very minimal amounts on the left analog stick. So this might have only been used for one specific game. Yeah, buttons feel good. Yeah, might just have to give this a little brush wipe down, and then that'll be ready. Okay, what do we got here? Obviously, I will be going through and testing all of these, but yeah, they feel pretty good. Same thing here. Bring it in on this. Yeah, there's pretty minimal wear on the controller. And we got some hand goop in there, but that's to be expected. But pretty good. And let's take a quick look at this one. Yeah, same thing. Not that much wear on here. Hand goop, as usual. That's to be expected. Buttons feel good. I don't see any reason why this wouldn't work. Nothing's mushy. We got a sticky analog stick though, but that's also normal for these. The reason these get sticky is it's the oils from your fingers coming up, and then they get kind of a little rancid, so they get a little sticky. You can usually clean that off with just a little alcohol. At least that's how I've always done it on my controllers, and I've never had an issue with it coming back, as long as you clean it very thoroughly. Alright, and then the last one here. Again, not a whole lot of wear that I would expect on the thumbsticks. Again, just the usual crud. A little dusty, so it's obviously been sitting. All the buttons feel good though. This one seems more clicky though. This one seems a little more mushy. Yeah. Even on the bottom, there's very little wear. This one's got the most, and it's barely anything. So yeah, I think the accessories-wise, we did pretty well on this too. And actually works out, because I got a couple other PS2s for sale that haven't been selling as quickly as I would like. So maybe I can get these cleaned up and then update the listing with a new controller. Well, refurbished controller. Might sweeten the deal a little bit. And now it's time for the main event here. So this is what got me interested in this lot in the first place. So let's take a look. Try and get this open. This seemed to have come apart a lot easier than the accessories. Okay, wow, this is in absolutely pristine condition. Almost. We got a little bit of stuff right there. Expansion bay covers on there. It's a 3001R. So, yeah, unfortunately there's no AV output on this thing. So I don't know if the laser is going to work or not, but we'll find that out. I think it might have been refurbished at some point. No, probably not actually. It's got the warranty sticker here, so I'll be the first one to go in here, which is always what I want to look for. Oh yeah, it is refurbished. Look at that. Contact your local Sony service center. So this guy, I think I might know what its history is going to be. So, back in the early 2000s, with the disc read error being so rampant, they actually used to be able to send in your old system, and then for like $120, they'd send you a refurbished system. I'd almost bet this might have been one of those. And if not that, then it was a factory refurbished one from one that somebody sent in with a dead laser. So this probably does have an updated laser in it, which we will totally check that out. And I'm not going to remove this in the refurbishing process because that's part of its history. So let's check out the rest of this. I do see that there's a little dust in the fan. Not a whole lot, actually. So I really don't know how much this thing actually got used. But then again, we have all these, which would say that somebody was a gamer. But, yeah, this thing is beautiful, honestly. Cleaning wise, I don't think this is going to really take a whole lot. So, yeah, I think this was totally worth the price of admission into this game lot. I think I'm pretty happy with what I got here. I got some really good stuff. Yeah, some things are definitely scratched up, some of the games, but you know what? I really am thinking about going for a disc resurfacer, which actually is what kind of gets me into this segue into pretty much what I wanted to talk about. So I'm just going to start right off and say I absolutely love doing this. Now, a little bit about my past. I went to school for film, TV and film, and I went for that major because I really enjoyed doing it. When I was a kid, I used to take my parents' 8mm video camera and just just throw a tape in, and I would just start like making like my own little home movie kind of things. And I don't remember what I talked about, but I mean, I always liked doing that. And when I went to go declare my major back in the mid 2000s, I thought about that, and I went and decided I wanted to do something creative with like film. And well, back in the mid 2000s when I went to college between 2005 and 2009. YouTube was just starting out, and you couldn't even make a living on that. So social media classes and things like that just didn't exist. So, but throughout the 2010s, I mean, it was always kind of something that was on my mind. And I pretty much made that final plunge into YouTube during the pandemic when I got laid off from work. And that's when I actually started doing eBay sales and fixing up game consoles, because I had nothing to do. I was out of work, as a lot of people during the pandemic were. And I was just like, I did it for my own sanity. And then I also started getting more and more into game collecting as well. The whole original plan with all of this was to basically make money from fixing game consoles and selling games that I happen to get, and using that to fund my collecting hobby. And for the most part, that's kind of what I did. But then I started taking that money and also reinvesting it. I got more and more into this, buying more and more equipment for YouTube. I mean, it became more than even just a hobby for me. It kind of started becoming, like, in a way, like my own identity. I've always wanted to start my own business, and I don't know, just looking back on everything I've done throughout my life, and everything that I want to do with my life, like, I've always wanted to, like, be my own boss, and I just really felt like I've just never really found anything. But throughout all my experience that I had with photography, with my film degree, customer service, things like that I've done throughout all the years, and even my knack for kind of just my absolute love of fixing things, I don't know, it just feels right. Doing a lot of stuff on the back end. Like I did have a website built. I had a friend of mine do it, and they did an incredible job on it. I filed like my own LLC a couple months ago. I have the domain name and everything. And I mean, doing this isn't really without its challenges, though. Like, I know where I have to go. So, like, I definitely need a better space than this. Because if I'm going to be doing more repairs and more content creation, I mean, my wife and I live in a pretty small 1-bedroom condo. And where I have this set up right now is technically my dining room. And actually the camera's in the kitchen shooting in to this one corner of our living room. And the living room's over here. And that's not even all that big. And then obviously upstairs is the bedroom. So, yeah, there's definitely some challenges when it comes to that. And I have to thank my wife, like, incessantly for putting up with this, especially the stacks of game consoles that I get in. She just, like, I can just see the panic in her face sometimes when I get a shipment in. She's just like, oh no, what did you buy? And then it ends up being like another five to six PlayStations. So yeah, so that's a challenge in itself. So I do want to try and eventually work towards maybe finding a place to do some more work, but I'm not really quite there yet. And I think probably the biggest challenge is probably me. I've always kind of had this this kind of imposter syndrome, and I feel like it's kind of gotten in the way of myself a little bit, especially with this, because I always just never feel ready, or I never feel good enough to do something. So like, I think that might be the biggest reason why I've been kind of delaying releasing the website, and because it's not perfect, or I don't have the process down. And I guess what I'm kind of starting to realize now is that it's never a good time. It's never a good time to start a business. It's never a good time to release it. You're never going to be ready. And I kind of think about like when I posted my first video. Like if you go back, I keep all my old videos. If you go back to my original videos and seeing what they are now, I was terrified to be in front of the camera. I never intended to be in front of the camera. I was like, I can't present, can't do this, I can't do that. That whole imposter syndrome, I was like, I'm not good enough to be in front of the camera. But I've gotten way better at like my presentation. I've got like way different processes now than when I first started. And a much clearer direction on where I want to go. So like, and look at that, like I know I did pretty well, considering where I went from to where I am now, and I'm always getting better, and business is like that too. So I guess what I'm saying is I got some really big plans coming up, and I'm really excited for them, and I'm really want to get to what my future goal is of being like a solopreneur or solo entrepreneur. We'll just say solo entrepreneur. So what are kind of like my visions of going forward with this channel? Well, this is definitely going to still be, this is obviously what we're about here, is fixing old systems, fixing old accessories, reconditioning them, breathing new life into things that are obsolete. I also really want to get into live streaming, and I bought a laptop actually specifically for that. So like, I actually have a laptop stand here, microphone. I mean, if you all watched to the end of my videos, you've been seeing lately when a system is successfully fixed, we do like a gameplay, or I call it the extended test, which I think I'm going to be stopping to do that because I think it's actually hurting my videos. Because the way YouTube works is they don't like it when there's a sharp drop-off, and according to my metrics, I've been going through them, it pretty much, the video drops off right there. So I think, and I've been noticing when I've been doing that, the videos don't really get a whole lot of traction in the algorithm. So But whatever, the whole point of me doing that and incorporating that into the videos was actually practice, because I really want to get into live streaming as well as the long form content and the shorts. So I think I've finally got a handle on Streamlabs, so that'll be pretty good. So I want to work towards that. I don't have a date yet. I still have to figure out like my whole scheduling thing, because that's another challenge that I have, because I go home from work and then I eat and get ready and then I record, and then my wife does her thing and then she comes home as well. So it's like trying to figure that schedule out. So that's a challenge I got to figure out as well, when I can do streaming, because I really want to do that. And I don't know, we'll definitely be doing repairs. I kind of envision doing a little bit of gameplay stuff too, playing some classic games. But we'll see. I don't want to make any kind of commitments on that yet. I just want to take little baby steps. So baby step first, I want to do the live streaming. I'm going to be releasing my website and hopefully taking in orders, so people can send me their repairs, and then that's one thing that I would like to do on live stream is viewers repairs. So yeah, I guess with that said, I just guess I want to thank everybody for helping me along in this journey. I want to thank my longtime subscribers, my recent subscribers, viewers that just come in casually, regular viewers. You all know who you are, the ones that are commenting, the ones that aren't commenting. I mean, it really just means a lot, like, knowing what I started with, where a video would get like 5 views to, not that I get an insane amount of views anyway, but I do know you all are coming back because I see it in the metrics, and I just want to thank everybody for the support. But I especially want to thank my wife for all the support she has given me throughout this whole journey. I know it hasn't been easy with the stuff all over the house, and me just constantly yammering about it, or just spending hours editing videos. I can't thank her enough for everything she's done for me for this journey. So I guess with that said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Goodbye for now.